What does he want?
Charles Widmore wants to exploit this island, and he'll do everything in his power to possess it.
Charles Widmore was a wealthy and powerful man who at one time was the leader of the others.
I'll be seeing you, boy.
He was banished from the island and swore vengeance on Ben. Widmore's freighter also carried a team of mercenaries with orders to capture Ben.
Get your ass out here right now.
I'm not coming out of this house.
And in the process, Ben's daughter Alex was murdered.
So if you want to kill her, go ahead and do it.
So the survivors and the others made a deal and joined forces to defeat the mercenaries.
The helicopter is yours. You have a safe journey back.
So we can go off the island. That's it?
That's it.
You say something to tick you off, Freckles?
With Widmore's mercenaries defeated, the survivors were eager to leave the island, but John Locke chose to stay and had one request for Jack.
You have to lie about everything. It's the only way to protect it.
It's an island, John.
It's not an island. It's a place where miracles happen.
Let's go, Freckles. Seen enough of this rock.
Jack led a group to the freighter by chopper, as the science team shuttled others by boat. But the chopper was leaking fuel.
I'd feel a hell of a lot better for a few 100 pounds lighter! Hey!
So Sawyer acted quickly.
Sawyer?
And as he made his way back to the island,
There it is, the boat, I see it!
the chopper reached the freighter only to find it was rigged with explosives.
Chuck it up!
It's Jen!
Chuck it up!
Turn around! We can't do it!
Sawyer reached the island,
What are you doing here?
believing his friends were safe.
That our boat?
It was.
Meanwhile, Locke began his new role as leader of the others.
Welcome home.
And Ben descended to a cavern deep below the Orchid Station to move the island and ensure that Charles Widmore would never find it again. But the act of moving the island created a profound side effect.
Anyone?
Where's the freighter? A minute ago, that boat was coughing black smoke. Now there's just nothing.
The oceanic survivors and the freighter scientists were taken on an extraordinary journey.
Whatever Ben Linus did down at the Orchid Station dislodged us.
Dislodged us from what?
Time.
They flashed through numerous time periods on the island.
What year is it right now?
It's 1954.
During one flash,
Jane.
Sawyer?
they reunited with Jin, who was very much alive. But the flashes were slowly killing them. Locke believed he knew how to save everyone left behind.
This is all happening because they left. We have to go back to the Orchid.
Excuse me?
That's where all this started. Maybe it's where it'll all stop.
Hello, John. I'm here to help you the rest of the way.
Locke turned the same wheel Ben had turned,
Say hello to my son.
and the flashes stopped.
I think it's over. I think John did it.
Now what?
Now we wait for him to come back.
After John Locke turned the wheel, Sawyer and Juliet were left stranded in 1974. Along with Jin and Miles, they joined the Dharma Initiative on the island and soon became fixtures in the community.
Hey, boss.
Sawyer was named head of security, Juliet became a mechanic,
Something smells good.
and the two made a life together on the island.
I love you.
I love you too.
When John Locke turned the wheel, he was transported to the Tunisian desert 3 years in the future to 2007. He soon received help from Charles Widmore.
All your friends who left the island? They'd been back 3 years. They've gone back to their normal lives. I have to bring them back. And I'm going to do everything in my power to help you do that.
So Locke set out to convince his friends to come back to the island.
I'm not going back.
The answer is no.
No, I'm not going anywhere with you. I only need to convince one, and if I can do that, the rest will come.
Locke's task was difficult, but it was about to become dangerous. Locke's misfortune gave him one more chance.
What are you doing here?
We have to go back.
Because it's our destiny. How many times are you going to say that to me? Goodbye, John.
Your father says hello.
What?
He said his name was Christian.
He died in Australia 3 years ago. I put him in the coffin. He's dead. You leave me alone. And you leave the rest of them alone.
Locke believed he had failed, but in his despair,
Come on.
Ben Linus found an opportunity to get back to the island and assume his old role.
I know where we go. There's a woman here in Los Angeles, Eloise Hawking.
Eloise Hawking. You sure?
Yeah, why? Do you know her?
Yes, John. I know her. I'll miss you, John. I really will.
When Widmore's freighter was destroyed, the passengers on the chopper had only one place to go.
Torpedoes! Fly us back to the island!
They made their way back, just in time to see the island vanish.
Where the hell's the island?
It's gone.
That's it, people! We're out of fuel!
They survived the crash
There's a boat.
and found rescue in the middle of the ocean. On board the search boat, Jack and Kate planned the next move.
What are we going to do about Aaron?
I don't know.
You're so good with him.
The last thing I ever thought I'd be good at is being a mum. You know, you should try it sometime.
Claire was 8 months pregnant at the time of the crash and on her way to L.A. to give her baby up for adoption. She gave birth to Aaron on the island and soon became close with Charlie.
Didn't want you to worry. I'll be fine, Claire.
But Charlie drowned trying to help his friends find rescue. And not long after, Claire went missing,
She just walked off in the middle of the night.
leaving Kate to care for Aaron.
I think we should say he's mine. After everyone we've lost, I can't lose him too.
Kate, if we're going to protect the people that we left behind, tomorrow morning I'm going to have to convince everyone to lie. Are you with me?
I have always been with you.
And so they returned home. Jack, Kate, Hugo, Saeed, Son, and Aaron would become known as the Oceanic Six. And to protect their friends left behind, they lied about their entire experience.
Is it possible there are any other survivors from the crash yet to be discovered?
Absolutely not.
The Oceanic Six tried to adjust to a normal life. But 3 years passed, and the memories of their friends left behind continued to haunt them.
Jack?
Jack began seeing visions of his dead father and took flights over the Pacific, hoping the plane would crash on the island.
Hey, get another one of those, please.
How about a newspaper instead?
When he read the news of Locke's death, he was devastated. But in Jack's greatest despair, he formed a most unlikely alliance.
Hello, Jack. Did he tell you that I was off the island?
He told me that after I left the island, some very bad things happened. And he said that I had to come back.
All of you have to go back. We're gonna have to bring him too.
What is this place?
The Dharma Initiative called it the Lamppost.
Jack and Ben met with Eloise Hawking, who was once the leader of the others and the only person who knew how to get back to the island.
There's a commercial airliner flying from LA to Guam, Ajira Airways, Flight 316.
So that's it?
No, that's not all, Jack.
Eloise explained that Jack would need to bring the body of John Locke on the plane.
John is going to be a substitute of your father's.
You must be laughing your ass off, because this is even crazier than you are. Rest in peace.
Kate had no intention of going back to the island.
Aaron?
But when she nearly lost Aaron,
Honey, is this your mommy?
she began to doubt her decision to be his mother.
Mrs. Littleton, I'm Kate Austin.
So Kate went to Claire's mother, who had no idea that Claire was still alive.
I told him that you're his grandmother, that you'll take care of him while I'm gone.
Where are you going?
I'm going back to find your daughter.
Welcome to Regina Air. Thank you, sir.
And so those who came home were together once again, each returning to the island for very different reasons.
It's pretty crazy, huh?
This is your Captain Frank J. Lapidus. Welcome aboard.
Well, hello, Doc.
What are you doing here, Frank?
Well, I fly this around all the time. Sometimes I take the big birds into Delhi. Listen, Saeed and Hurley. Wait a second. We're not going to Guam, are we?
High over the Pacific, a familiar feeling swept through the plane.
Dude, you might want to fasten your seatbelt.
I have the controls. Is that a runway? Massive instrument failure. We're pushing down. Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is a Tier 316. Brace for impact.
The Oceanic Six were back on the island,
Frank. Son.
separated by two very different time periods.
What happened?
Son landed with the plane in 2007.
Where'd they go?
They're gone.
Gone where?
How would I know?
But her friends found themselves back on the island 30 years earlier.
Jen? Dude, I can't believe it!
Easy on the ribs there, Kong.
I actually missed that.
Missed you too, Hugo.
Sawyer?
Good to see you, Kate.
You too, James.
So what's up with you guys in the old Dharma jumpsuits?
We're in the Dharma Initiative. It's 1977.
What?
What about everyone else from the plane? They could still be out there.
What do you mean, everyone else?
Saeed was on the plane too, Lapidus, and Son.
As Jin began his search to find Son, Sawyer created a cover story for the new arrivals.
You're going to be the second batch of recruits coming in off the sub, rolling in the port right about now.
Everybody say Namaste.
Namaste.
30 years in the future, Son began her search for Jin.
Hello,
Who the hell are you?
my name's Christian.
I'm looking for my husband.
I'm sorry, but you have a bit of a journey ahead of you.
Where did you get this? Who gave this to you?
He said his name was Christian. He said if I ever wanted to see my husband again, I had to wait here for John Locke.
But considering he's dead, we ain't holding our breath.
Well, you might want to look outside.
A man who looked like John Locke was on the island,
Morning.
Hello.
and he raised many questions.
Nobody remembers you being on the plane.
Well, I don't remember being on it either.
What do you remember?
I remember dying.
Hello, Ben.
God, you're alive.
Yes, I am.
Ben, I'd appreciate it if you'd join us.
What, John, don't you trust me here with my former people?
I'm not afraid of anything you can do anymore, Ben.
Ben quickly realized there was something very different about this man.
How is it that you know where you're going?
He was no longer plagued by fear and doubt,
I just know.
but more in touch with the power of the island than he'd ever been before.
I brought dinner. Hello, Richard. Been a while.
Was that man who's talking